Thank you for joining me today for your midday motivation. Listen, I want to encourage you, I want to continue to motivate you in this four-part series, Miscarriage of Moments. Today, I want to motivate you on the thought, the womb of time. I began to share with you on last week that in part two, it is important to understand that time is one of the most precious commodities that you and I will embrace in this lifetime. It is important and yet even imperative that you and I will begin to understand that time is termed. It is termed, meaning it either originates in a person, a place, or a thing, or it terminates in that very thing. It is important that you and I would grasp the full understanding that everything that is happening, everything that is going to happen, and everything that is promised to happen in our life exists in time. I believe it's important that time as term is described, watch this, daughter, as a period in time, division of destiny, or is an appointed time that is expected and expressive of the things that is about to happen. In other words, time is carrying as well as creative. Everything that is happening in our life is either carrying us to the place that have been assigned to our life, or we are designed to be creative, to create us into that place that have been purposed and destined for our life. Still, the womb of time is pregnant with miracles. It's pregnant with manifestations, but yet it is pregnant with misfortunes. Today, I want to motivate you. I want you to get ready to take a glimpse into the womb of time. I want you to get ready to plunge into expectations without miracles and miscarriages. It is going to be important this afternoon. There are two expressive components of time. There are two expressive components of the womb. Number one, there are two wombs. Womb one, it is a fertile womb. It is a womb that is ready to be productive, to be ready to bear. And then there is the barren womb, which involves infertility, one that is unable to produce, is sterile. It's going to be important that, watch this, I need you to get this. Expectation is the mental attitude of the expectant. I'll say it again. Expectation is the mental attitude of the expectant. Whether advised or examined as being fertile or barren today, I don't care what has been described and what has been examined for what God is getting ready to do in your life. The womb of time is important because the expectant can still produce results even if she or her have been described as waiting in expectation. Listen, there are three pivotal points that I want to release to you and to motivate you in the womb of time. I pray that this will bless you. Number one, we've got to understand approach. Thank you, daughter. We've got to understand approach. Hey, daughter, thank you. Number two, we've got to understand aftermath. And I'll explain these in a moment. Number one, approach. Number two, aftermath. And number three, actualization. One more time. The three key motives that I want to motivate you today is approach, aftermath, and actualization. Let's get it. I have 4 minutes left. Your approach to the womb of time, listen, your approach to the womb of time is determined by your confidence in the forecast or of its possibilities. Self-confidence is the assurance, watch this, that it's going to happen because I have faith in myself. But elevated confidence, this is what we need, elevated confidence, that means I have faith in someone higher than me that I believe is going to cause it to happen for me, for me and not by me. It's going to be important today that your approach is your belief. It is your belief. According to Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. Your approach must be this. He that cometh to God must believe that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. If I'm coming, my approach is that I have to believe that what I'm coming for is going to happen. Let me give you an example. The Bible says that Abraham's wife Sarah became fertile long after her menopause because she believed God. Can you still be able to produce in the womb of time when the series of menopause has hit your life because you still believe? It makes no sense to believe and to come to God and you're not expecting God to do exactly what you have decreed and declared that God is going to release. I need to put this here. Your approach must be that I believe God in this hour for results in time. I don't care if time has elapsed, if time is constantly seemingly is moving out of hand. If you have the right approach to believe God, God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. So number one, your approach in the womb of time. Number two, it's going to be important, your aftermath. Your aftermath of your approach is driven by your prediction. It's driven by your declarations that you make in advance. Prediction or prevision is the indicator. Prevision, something that I'm prophesying, that I'm seeing in the vision, is the indicator that your expectation is in the womb of time. I'm expecting it. We've often heard expectation is the breathing grounds for miracles, but I'm expecting God to do something. So I'm declaring it in advance what's about to happen. I'm putting it in position in the womb of time that it may be qualified by the situation which will in favor impregnate the unfortunate. I got to get this to you. The Bible says in 1 Samuel chapter 1, a barren woman, a barren, heartbroken Hannah presented herself before the eternal, he who exists outside of time. Her approach, watch this, was authentic in prayer. Her request was specific, a son. And then thirdly, her result was impregnation from barrenness to productivity in just 1 year. I got to motivate you here. I don't care what your approach is. If you don't come to God in prayer and believe that God is able, God will not give you specifically what you're asking for. In 1 year, it was authenticated that she became impregnated even when her body was infertile. I come by to tell somebody in the womb of time, if you approach right and you come with the aftermath, you'll understand that whatever the situation is, if the situation is without capacity, it is the payoff of your eventuality. If I can wait, if I can learn to endure, if I can learn in the womb of time, watch this, to make attitudinal adjustments, if I can adjust my mindset in the womb of time, watch this, to become predictive in your unproductive season, God will shift you, watch this, in your approach. He will shift you in the womb of time, in the aftermath, to understand that that which he has placed inside of you will come to pass in eventuality. You got to hold on. I don't care who is taunting you. You've got to hold on. Number three, your actualization is your moment in the womb of time that manifests an effect called realization. Becoming aware of time is significant to understanding the approach that determines results, the aftermath that drives the situation, and the actualization that manifests what is tangible. I need to release this as I close. Time affirms that what is formed or produced in effect, not miscarrying the moment. You have miscarried some things, some seasons. You have miscarried some moments. But God says in the womb of time, actualization is about to occur in your life. It's about to manifest. Your actualization of your moment will always materialize as real when you function in continuance. You cannot give up, regardless of what it feels like, regardless of what you've experienced, regardless of the miscarriage, regardless of the abortion. God says today, you got to continue. I got to testify right here. My wife and I, years ago, my wife was pregnant and she had a miscarriage. We were excited. We had already given birth to Jerome. She had miscarriage and did not give up, did not give in. She came back. She got pregnant again, She got pregnant again the second time, and it was a second miscarriage, but we didn't give up. We prayed to God, began to seek God's face, and listen, we begin to decree and declare She said, what are we going to name him? I'm afraid. I said, listen, we're going to name him Jaden, means God answers. Lamar, Lowell, God hears and he answers. Listen, whatever you call it, whatever you decree and declare it, listen, you may have had miscarriage of moments, but God told me to tell you that which you're getting ready to birth now. I know I'm over my 7 minutes. It's going to bless your life forever. I need to encourage somebody today that for the next few moments, you got to understand, listen, if you're going to give birth in the womb of time, you got to understand in this moment, your approach, your aftermath, and your actualization is going to be better and stronger than what you've ever experienced before. Listen, again, expectation is the mental attitude of the expectant. God, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting results. I'm expecting manifestations. I'm expecting miracles, even in the midst of my misfortune. I pray that you've been blessed. I pray that you've been encouraged and you are strengthened today. Listen, in the womb of time, whether you're fertile or unfertile, you can still give birth in your season. God bless you. This is your midday motivation. Be blessed.